What's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. We're so dedicated to talk about all the poggest things in life, like music, content creation, and video games. And I am one of your co-hosts, the birthday boy.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was about to say cheers. Cheers to the 41-year-old.
40, dude. It's the big 4-0. The big 4-0. Yep.
Dude, we'd be surprising more. We'd be celebrating more than the Irishman.
in a Sprite Zero.
Yeah, if it was the big 4-0, what are you, 35?
Yes, actually.
Happy birthday, bud. Phil's birthday, man.
Phil's birthday, man. Thank you. It was nice, pretty chill, slow morning when kids are in school. So went out to lunch with the wife with no kids, no stream, no chat, just that. And then the little short stream when I came home. It was a good day.
Hell yeah, brother.
How you doing? What you been up to?
Just living my life, dude. It's been crazy how like I streamed at least 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week, for the better part of the last 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I stream like once a week.
Yeah, because you're just power hour the editing.
It's nice though, in that like it's nice to live just like. And I didn't do anything to cause this, but I just, in the course of working on this project, I have like lost that, like, I don't even want to say a drive to stream, because I haven't lost the drive to stream.
Yeah.
What I've lost is the FOMO.
Yeah. The feeling like when you're not streaming, your life is falling apart.
Yeah, and that's such a different thing. It's such a different thing to like want to stream versus to be like, oh, I'm not streaming. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm becoming
100%. Yep.
Yeah. So that's been good. And I feel like, I mean, taking a, sort of a pseudo break from like streaming super hard while over the next like month, while I'll be finishing up the video, while I'm going to be moving into the
house for sure.
Dude, they painted almost all the walls in the house. The kitchen cabinets are in, although unfortunately there are a couple of bits of the cabinets that were damaged that they like in shipping, which seems like a common theme. It seems everything just gets fucking, when there's like a batch of like 18 boxes, like 2 of them are just always going to be damaged. It happened with our windows.
Frustrating.
Yeah, and then we ran into an issue where the sink, we got like a nice farmer's sink, didn't fit into like the cabinetry, and so I went and met with my builder, and he was like, yeah, we talked to, like, it was the cabinet cutout was like too much. Basically, it's supposed to have like a smaller cutout, and then you're supposed to cut directly to the exact size of the sink.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to give you more material and have you cut to it.
Yeah.
But there was like 2 inches on either side, and it was like, oh, they fucked up. And I figured that out yesterday. Went home because I had to do some business there, and then this morning Meg wanted to go see kind of what was going on with the house, so we went at like 6 a.m. And when I was there, I was like, this is the wrong sink.
Oh,
it's not that they cut wrong.
It's
the cut
that
was
they
right.
got the wrong sink.
It was and I was like, I could have sworn that the sink was like different. It was a rectangle where you shift drag on the Photoshop, where it was like longer and skinnier, not.
Yeah, it didn't scale.
It wasn't a 33-inch. It was 36-inch. Yeah. So anyway, I like realized that was wrong, which is great because they were about to like redo the cabinetry, and I'm like so glad I fucking figured that out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wires got crossed at some point. So yeah, dude. And then there's this big question, the last question I have, which is about flooring. We've already picked the flooring, but the question is, what direction does it run?
Oh, like diagonal or
no, just like north to west, north south, or east to west, basically.
Yeah,
because it's like when you walk, like picture, and I love that I can do this with you, but I can't do this with Meg. Every time I'm like, picture
like, this, yeah.
But just like picture looking down a hallway.
Yep.
Hardwood floor. Which way is it running?
just gut reaction is like north-south, like along the hallway.
It's running parallel with the hallway. Yeah. But then can you picture walking into, dude, this is fly. I've been trying to get it. It's just one fly. Picture opening up like the front, you motherfucker. Opening up the front door to a house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you have a gut as to like which direction?
Yes. Like east, west, side is the gut. But that's
so luckily with my house, that would both of those rules
that would work
with, because like you can walk in my house, turn right, and that's a hallway,
and then you're down the hallway. Yeah.
So So but one of the, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna get it, dude. This episode is gonna be The Fly. Isn't there like an episode of
sponsored by like a zapper?
Dude, I'm telling you, isn't there an episode of
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
The Fly is what it's called.
That's this episode, the Breaking Bad episode. Breaking Bad birthday bastards.
Bonanza.
I liked mine better. And the fact that I'm drinking whiskey is gonna make for fuck.
It's gonna get. You're only gonna get less accurate over time.
Dude, these. The good part is that there's probably like 4 flies, and I just think there's only one.
Yeah.
So, no, the audio listeners are gonna get like just a bunch of jump scares with no idea, what's going on. So with the flooring, the flooring guy, who is like, dude, I hate when I have like my gut plus the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And that disagrees with an expert.
And
I'm like, I can't be right. I can't be the guy who's like, Doc, WebMD told me this thing. It feels like toenail cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you believe me?
Mm-hmm.
But fuck.
I had one of those moments. So you know the air conditioning saga I just went through, where it was 5 days, middle of summer, dead heat. On one of the days, they were there from 7 in the morning until 11 p.m. And they thought they fixed it at 10. And they spent
a.m.
10 p.m. or maybe 9:30. They basically spent an hour and a half, and the guy couldn't get his phone paired with the thermostat. And you could tell, like, I trusted
the fact that your air conditioning problem was a software.
I know. Well, it turned out to not be that, but you could tell, like, this guy's been doing his job for like 30 years. Like, in every other circumstance, I would default to him for anything. But that is also the problem here. He's been doing this for 30 years, and why would he ever need an app? And you could tell he's just like, all the new systems have the fucking apps, and they have to commission it that way. And I was dying inside, standing over him, being like,
want to help? You want to go? Let me drive, dog.
Okay, this is good. You'll understand this. The thermostat puts out a Wi-Fi signal, right?
Yeah, it's its own wireless access point
network. You join that network, and then you reopen the app, and it like joins. And then what does it do? The thermostat wants to connect to my home network. Now that they're talking, it wants to connect to my home network.
You just talked about what I did for like 4 years, which was mobile provisioning.
Yeah.
You need to connect to a robot.
Yeah.
To connect to the robot's internet access point.
Yeah.
And to say, hey, here's my access point name and password.
Yep.
So that you can then disconnect from it. It can connect to your Wi-Fi so that you can connect to your Wi-Fi and talk to it without connecting to it.
So we would connect to the access point, and then it would say connect to my home Wi-Fi, and we'd put in the password, and then he would see that it then kicked us off the AC Wi-Fi. So then he would...
Well, you would need to.
I know. But then he would go reconnect to the AC access point. Because he's like,
no, you're interrupting it.
I know.
You're interrupting. You don't do that.
Because he's just like, and so I, after like 6 times of this loop, I was like, hey, the thermostat, that's not Wi-Fi. Like, that is not access to the internet. It's just wants to communicate to the phone. And he was like, no. You see how it keeps kicking me off? They had been in my house for 11 hours. And I was like, I'm going to die. 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 I was like, I promise you, dude, just let it kick you off and connect to my home network. Dude, it was driving me nuts. It was driving me nuts. But you feel like the guy that's telling the expert what to do. He's like, you know how many AC units I've installed? I'm like, yeah, but how many apps have you installed? Oh, come on, please, let me help you. Dude, it was driving me nuts.
Yeah, dude, that's rough. Oh my God, that's like triggering me just to hear that.
Dude,
especially because it's like, actually, no, now you're in my fucking territory, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just what. That's when like someone who understands, the fly almost went in my drink. Sorry, that would have been
catastrophic.
That would have been fucking World War
Fly.
3. Sorry, I just watched Terminator 2, so I got a little.
Yeah.
Again, I watched it.
Key moment.
The key moment, by the way, the Terminator 2 key moment, I explained on the podcast Patreon.
Oh yeah.
If you want to know what I figured out what Terminator 2 key moment was, I explained that on the Patreon. So there you go. Yeah, dude, that would have driven me absolutely up a wall.
Yeah, it was wild.
But so with the flooring, the guy's basically saying, okay, the way we should run it in this direction because it's easier, I guess, and there's going to be some flooring. This is one of those things where it's like, I'm afraid to speak on behalf of this guy because I'm afraid other people are going to be like, that guy sounds like a hack. Don't work with that guy.
Yeah.
I have a meeting with the guy in a couple of days so that we can like talk in person because I'm talking to my builder who's a middleman. So he's but my understanding is that what he's basically saying is let's say you have like the stairs to upstairs, you have the bottom step. Now that's like a whole different, like my flooring system is a particular kind of flooring. Like, it's not LVP, it's SPC, which is basically just a composite luxury vinyl plank kind of thing. Okay. It's not hardwood, but it looks like hardwood. It's way cheaper and it's fucking better, basically. Yeah. But the plank would run in parallel with like the stair.
Yes, the bottom step. Okay.
The bottom step, as opposed to going face on. Yeah. And what he was basically trying to say is, if you do it that direction, just imagine if you put like flooring together, but like you didn't really snap everything together and you didn't really like, imagine just like very crappily put floors. Imagine like imagine the stairs like turn to the right. So imagine walking straight kind of towards the stairs and then turning right to go up the stairs. That like weight distribution of you like taking that corner, it like, it pushes the floor. Yeah. In a way, so the directionality, if it was parallel with the stair, it wouldn't be a problem. Whereas if it was face on, it might like want to. Again, I only kind of vaguely understand.
Interesting. Okay.
I understand the high level concept, which is you might have over like time. Some issues, some separation over time if you do it this direction. And it's like, but then I go and I watch like a million like YouTube videos, and they're all like, basically you want the fucking floors to run the long way down a hallway. Like I've never seen a hallway, I don't think, where there's like the boards are like horizontal, so there's just like a million hallway with boards. That seems like it would be like a ton of extra work. I don't know, but so I'm like, it could be one of those things where I say, okay, I'm gonna do the thing that's like riskier because of aesthetics. It could be that I'm making a big mistake and like I
doubt it though, because I can understand what he's saying, and I can understand that if there were like 4 kids in the house and people were running up and down growing up and over 20 years, you know what I mean? It like, but I just like I don't think you're going to be running up the stairs very often.
Are you running? Are you kidding? No, you want to know what's funny? I like only ever go upstairs like 3 at a time. Get fucked.
Get farked, bruv.
Kill confirmed.
Dango down.
Yeah, I only go upstairs like 2 or 3 at a time. I can't like walk upstairs.
Yep. Gots to.
But which is why I take the elevator. if I have to go up multiple, because I don't have the stamina to take 3 steps up. Do the math.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's basically it, man. We're getting really close. All this, the house had vinyl side. The vinyl siding was like 97% done for like 2 months. There was like a patch on the front and like a bit on the back that hadn't been. So that's finally done.
Nice.
We're just the end is near,
dude. The home stretch. That's exciting, bro.
By tomorrow, my office will have black ceiling, black walls, black
Ooh.
trim, blacked out, dude.
That's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, and it's gonna have like the flooring is like kind of a worn, weathered, like dark brown. Yeah, tricorn black is the color. I'm looking forward to. I got to pick out a few things, but anyway, so that's the house. We're getting really close. I'm such a bad content critic because I should have been like posting fucking updates every other day on like Instagram or whatever. For the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and then mostly the only other 2 things are the game that you came in and saw me playing.
Oh yeah.
That I can talk a little bit about.
I think you were playing that last week too.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll talk about it in a bit. It's called A Message from Deep Space, I believe. And then it's just the video. That's what I've been 14 hours every day, all day. It's just been editing the video. It's just fucking okay. So here's the deal. We've been talking about this. It's 16 hours long. No, it's my goal is to get it under 3.
Yeah.
The Billy Mitchell video is
for
like
sure
3 hours and like 50 something minutes.
Yes.
It's almost 4 hours.
Yes.
And that has 3.5 million views.
Yes, for sure.
So
it's hard.
Maybe the 3.5 hour might not be a non-sweet spot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's hard to tell exactly where the sweet spot is going to be. I think, like we said before, it's hard to tell how much like the name recognition of Billy Mitchell had. You know what I mean? Because like that was like people knew, I guess maybe not 3 million.
But you know who else has like a good name recognition? The Cops.
The Cops. That's true. That's true. But I do feel like people are more invested in a single person's drama than like the theory. But I do think I think if you aim for under 3 and hit 3.5, like once again, my thing was that at the end of this process, even if it's outside of the sweet spot, at the very least, it's going to be like a tighter video, right? So, and we have made up this sweet spot anyway. So who the fuck knows if 2 to 3 hours is the sweet spot? So yeah, that 100%.
Now, what I will say is that you would think that if I have, about 6.5 hours or whatever, like raw stuff, and the idea is to cut it down, what I end up with is I end up for every hour, I'm just like taking parts and I'm like chunking it down, and I'm like, for every hour, I'm using about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm redoing 45 minutes from scratch.
Yeah.
Because you can't just cut.
No.
I need to if I'm telling something in 4 paragraphs, I might be able to tell it in 7 sentences.
But you can't just take the first 7 sentences of your 4 paragraphs.
And I can't just take the first sentence of each paragraph, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of 100%. Shit over again.
Especially since you said a bunch of it was like baked in sections where
I've gotten past all the music.
Christ.
I've gotten past all the music issues, but I mean, some of them might be like sort of a 5 to 7 minute, like montage of like clips and things like that like aren't necessarily easily split, and a lot of them are like these individual case studies where it's like there might be an interaction with this one person and the police, and I break down, I like pause and talk about things
Yep.
and break every element down. And then I have the case law with the typewriter where I'm reading, I'm quoting. Now what it is I take out everything from the middle and I say, here's this person. Here's a thing that happened to them. Here's what's significant about it.
Yep.
Show a clip or two, make a point, talk about, I describe the case law. I don't read anything from it, and I show a sped up version of the typing on the typewriter, but I don't read the quotes from it.
Yeah.
I show the case law while I'm explaining this case is about XYZ, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Which ends up being like, they feel like less like case studies and more like clips.
Yeah.
Like relevant clips, which, is maybe what it needs to be. Yeah, there are a few bits that feel like they're almost too perfect as like standalone bits that I don't want to touch.
Yeah.
And so now it's basically like the variables are in between these things.
Yep.
I'm just trying to fit all of these bits. So like part 1 is like 14 minutes. Like
Dude.
the intro in part 1 is like 14 minutes. Right now, part 2, it's at like 40 minutes.
Okay.
I want to try to finish to get it under an hour. So I'm giving myself 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The fucking real great annoying part is, those flow charts I made?
Yep.
I am, because I'm gonna be like breezing through them this time around. It's gonna be a lot of like blah 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 blah, like going through very very quickly, and which the way that I did it was, it's just a fucking PNG, and so I'm keyframing all of the flying over here, and all of that is timed to the voiceover, so I need to do all of that over again. And so like this is the flow chart I have for like consensual encounters. Now what I decided was also all of these yellow things, it's pretty self-explanatory that this is the relevant case law.
Yeah.
Right? But that's mostly for reference and not for it's not, it doesn't help you make your way through.
Yes.
So I'm gonna like show it at the beginning and then basically fade out all of the case law, which makes for much cleaner. It's just much easier to follow.
Yeah.
So now I want to do that. So of course now the second time around I'm making changes and shortening and optimizing and because I want to talk about, consensual encounters, but then I also want to talk about traffic stops, and I'm also going to talk about lawful detentions. And I also and so now I want to fit all of this in.
My man
20 minutes.
knows his way about a flowchart. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Yeah.
Oh my god. Incredible.
So yep. There's that. I had my bro. Did I already talk about? I think I might have already talked about Sergeant Curtis on Cops.
Yes, that he had like an episode here. He was on a couple of episodes of Cops.
But did I tell you about the episodes he was on and like what he was like?
Oh yeah. You had mentioned he was like let's give this guy a second chance. Like let's not go crazy. Let's not use excessive force. He was like, yeah,
dude. I went full circle. It's so crazy, dude, how in my editing I just went like full circle in that, like, originally I like disagreed. Right? I disagreed with him, and then what's so crazy is like I disagreed with him, and part of this was happening like while I was working on the rewrite. Bro, there's like this weird sense of like pressure or whatever. Like imagine interviewing someone, you have a really good relationship, but like imagine they make some points that you're going to be like trying to counter in an almost like not adversarial, but in like I'm going to be critical.
Yeah.
I feel like two-faced. But like if we were just in person, I would be able to just say the critical things and we would just be able to have a conversation. Yeah. But instead it feels very like I'm just going to drop a bomb in this video and like walk away. So I was critical and I felt really shitty. And part of it was what we talked about once before, which was that his definition of auditors was that it's people who just think they have the right to film in public.
Yeah.
And then he basically was like, they go about it the wrong way. It's really, problematic and, whatever. And I'm like, I think that's like, honestly, I think it's kind of a shallow interpretation. And then as my understanding of auditing, bro, it's almost like in the last 2 or 3 weeks, like my understanding of it sort of matured to the point where like I understand it better than I did when I wrote all of these things originally.
Yeah.
And it almost like solidifies a lot of my points, but like it's just crazy how I don't know. I understand it better, so now I have like even better arguments. So it's almost like good that like I'm rewriting it now.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But then I go looking for some examples of some other things because I'm redoing stuff.
Yeah.
I come across a video, and the video is a couple of cringe-worthy auditors that all they're doing the whole time is saying, I've got the right to record in public. You don't have the right to privacy. And that's all they said, and everything they were doing was cringy. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Now it's no surprise. Like, now I can't blame Sergeant Curtis for thinking this because these people are auditors. They're the ones going, I'm an auditor, and they're doing the thing he's saying.
Yeah.
So really what's the problem is that there are a lot of people with a label. And there are really only some people who are like doing it right.
Yeah, who are like deserving of the actual label.
And so, I can't blame him for having this misconception. But also, the more I understood auditing, the more I realized that folks like Sergeant Curtis don't understand by design. So so now I'm almost saying, now I'm on Sergeant Curtis's side.
Yeah, yeah.
And bro, it's like the edit, you would have thought I wrote this from the beginning. Like I wrote this like arc, this character arc where it's like I disagree with him. Actually, no, I agree with him. That's literally just the process of me learning while I edited the first part and then edited the second part. Because the whole point of auditing, a guy walks up to like an oil company outside the fence, right? Yep. And there's like guys on golf carts and they're like, this fucking guy walking along the side of the road filming.
Yep.
Like, that's creepy, right? They're thinking in their head, he's either like a journalist doing like a story of exposing like corruption at our place, or he's like planning some kind of attack, right? Yep. And the people walk up and they go, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, no, don't worry. I'm just getting some information on whatever. It's all good. Don't need your help. And of course, they're like even more creeped out. And so I talk about how it requires deception and discomfort. Right? You need people to be uncomfortable. Yep. Because ultimately you want them to call the police. And so if you were like, if you explain to them what you were doing, it defeats the purpose. Yeah. Right? Like, so, but there's also a catch-22 because these guys, like the guys outside the Planet Fitness zooming in the windows, these are the guys that are the cringeworthy guys I was talking about before. They are like, they have this weird righteous indignation where they're like people are ignorant and the citizens need to be educated. But you can't have it both ways. You can't be so vague and ambiguous as to creep out and alarm someone enough to have them call the police while also educating them truly about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm doing is trying to creep you out so you call the cops. They're not going to call the cops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when the cops come, if what they ask what you're doing is, oh, I'm just making sure you're not going to violate my rights.
Yeah. In the same way.
So you need to be vague about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so the best way to do that is, oh, well, I'm doing what it looks like I'm doing. I'm filming because it's my right.
Yeah.
And so then you get Sergeant Curtis going,
these guys are just out there filming
because you can film.
Yeah.
And they're cringy.
And they're cringy. Yeah.
So again, I had this whole full circle arc.
Yeah, that's interesting. And like you said before, with what you were just talking about, with like interviewing, there's that whole arc of like what they're doing is like inherently cringy and inherently deceptive, but that's kind of what it needs to be the thing. And then that informs what the cops think about the thing, which is like, hey, these people are basically just trying to be edgy. And at first you're like, that's not what they're trying to do. And then you kind of come to the realization that is what they're trying to do. But then having the conversation about what that means and what we can learn from it, the debatosphere of the internet, like you were just saying, has people coming with the walls up. Like you had such a different conversation with Sergeant Curtis in an interview that was being recorded than you would if you were both sitting at a bar or at a restaurant. And that is hard too, because like you can then look at the thing and be like, okay, well, maybe they are being cringy and maybe it is weird. And maybe I can understand how you guys think that they're just a couple of idiots who just think that they can film anywhere. But is there anything we can learn from that? And then to get to that meat, that's hard to do because you have to tear down the walls of like, well, he's going to be there. We preempted with the defenses on his side. You're going to be there preempted with the defenses of like this. And then it's just like kind of hard to get to like, well, what do we make of that thing? You know what I mean? And yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that, like, you know, I'm having a lot of these epiphanies after watching our interview 57 times while I edit it.
Yeah.
And then I'm also catching on, like, things, like, points he made that I might have missed, where he makes some points that, like, you think kind of contradict. You know, like, he's like, all auditors, like, what an auditor is are people who want to take pictures of people in public and think that they can do that. But then later he's like, I'm impressed when I watch a lot of these auditor videos with how educated they are about case law. And then I see some of these officers, I'm like, you're about to violate their rights. It's like, well, so you must have seen good auditing videos.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
But there, I have to admit, this is like a meta thing where I feel like guilty about what, like, almost the way in which he would feel watching the video. Like, so I almost want to edit, and this goes back to what I talked about a week or two ago about how, like, I want to preempt.
How everyone could interpret the video.
I want to edit the video in such a way that would make him not feel uncomfortable, and only him, one person in the world. I want to put like 90 seconds into the video that is directed towards him. I mean, I'll probably will just end up emailing him.
Yeah.
But even that seems like a little too much. But basically what I want to say is like, hey, listen, you're going to watch this and at the beginning, you're going to seem like maybe the bad guy. Right? Like, I'm gonna basically be like, this guy he's wrong.
Yeah.
But I want to like warn you, like, not to be like mad and turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so, but when, you know, they don't necessarily like answer your emails.
Yeah.
I'm just like stressed out about nothing.
For sure. I think,
that's the human side of this
for
that you don't.
Sure. Especially when you have like a relationship with somebody, when you know someone, when you've talked to them, when you've like actually conversed. And I think that that's hard and that's fair. And I think it wouldn't be weird for you to email him and be like, hey, like, you know, you've enlightened me. I think this journey has been great. Like if you watch it, which you don't have to, just please watch it to the end because I wouldn't want you to watch part of it and get the wrong idea. But I like, so outside of
also spoilers,
spoiler alert,
yeah,
outside of like him, I do think though that it's not like wholly, like we shouldn't wholly reject the idea of trying to consider how other people would interpret the video and like let them know that like, hey, you know, but you can obviously like we've talked about before, you can take that too far, 100%.
That ruins the spoiler, like the arc,
and
right?
I think if the answer to a criticism is please watch the rest of the video, that's not a criticism you should take seriously. You know what I mean? Like that's like if you're preempting because like this part of the video because you're worried they might stop there, and then what if they stop there?
If you're willing to be critical of some part of the video, then you should be willing to watch it.
Yes,
because it's 2026.
Yes,
you can't just watch something assuming that
100%
the criticism you have won't be addressed.
Yeah, you can't walk into the end part of a conversation or walk away when a conversation. You know, if you were talking to a guy. And you know, they said something about a movie that you liked, and then you got a call and you went and took a 15-minute phone call, came back and they were still talking about that movie, and then just be like, wait, so you don't like the movie? It's like, bro, you just missed everything I just said about it. That would be cringe. And so it's like, I think when you're in that mind, once again, not necessarily with like Sergeant Curtis because you know him, but when you're in that mind of like, how do I edit this in a way? Like, I really think it's like, if somebody was like, yeah, but what about this? And your response would just be, well, have you watched the rest of the video? Then it's like, well, that just has to be it. You just have to be willing to, I'm willing to accept criticism if you're willing to watch the video. Like,
yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, and then I have the same kind of stress when it comes to like, you know, like the two channels of the guys outside like Planet Fitness. Like, I also kind of feel bad that like, in a way, like I'm pointing to them and saying like they're an example of the bad version of the thing. Like, imagine if someone made a video and they were like, there's good streamers and there's bad streamers. Here's JesseKazam. Let me show a couple of clips of his entire whatever, and then use that. So like part of me is like, well, I should need to watch all 2,000 videos to really get a fucking like, you know. So I'm just grappling with.
I actually had a jump scare that was almost that more than once. This is not like, this actually isn't to toot my own horn because like most of the times this has happened, I've been on the wrong side of it. But I was watching a video today and it was like how Arc Raiders fumbled the bag or something, right? And I was just like, oh, interesting. I was like eating or something. I was watching the video and they did a section. So it's like they did a section of the video about Marathon and then about how Marathon was supposed to be this thing that was like this big competition for Arc Raiders, but it wasn't, and how Marathon sucked. And in that, there was a clip of me playing Marathon in the section of the video about how dumb this game was and that the streamers were all paid to play it. And I was like, oh shit. And it was like, it just kind of lined up. Like it really was like, I didn't take it offensively, but I was just consuming content. And then my face shows up at the point where he's making like the most negative point in his script. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh no, bro. That happened to me a couple of times when I was playing Diablo. Because there's, first of all, there like aren't that many like so when I was streaming Diablo, you know, and I had like 100 whatever viewers, like that was, any clips of mine would get, when you go to like the top 30 days clips of Diablo, like there's a good chance like one of my clips might be in there. And so I'd be watching the like compilations of like Diablo clips, and it's like, which is almost always either people dying like hardcore deaths or people like bitching and moaning and complaining. And so there was like one video where I think I like died and I was like mauling, you know, it was one of those things where I was like, this fucking game sucks, you know, and I'm like, I died to a thing that probably was preventable, but also it was like adjacent to some things that had been annoying me about like the design of the game. Like I wish you can't see the fucking lava on the ground when there's 97 things on screen, so I wouldn't have known to, you know. And so it, and there were like 3 or 4 videos that were like Diablo clips of the week where I would show up and I'd be like, oh no, and I was just hoping that I wasn't.
It wasn't a cringe one, bro.
Yeah, because like if I died and I was like, and I laughed and was like self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And luckily most of them like weren't that.
Yeah.
I
mean, that is the haunting thing, right? As a content creator, like we're live so much. And I had this thought the other day because Redstone was saying, like on Wipe Day, on Tarkov Wipe Day, he was hanging out in the Tarkov, the official EFT Discord, like while we're waiting for the patch to go live. And he was like, yo, your name got brought up. And a couple people were just like on a tirade about how much you suck and how you don't deserve a streamer item and they hope you never get a streamer item and whatever. And I mean, I like laughed it off because like, I mean, at this point, people thinking I suck is like the least crazy thing. But I remember legitimately thinking like, you know what? That's fair. Like, I can't assume, like it would be insanely narcissistic for me to think every human being that has interacted with my content likes it or likes me. That would be narcissistic. But then even secondarily, it's just like, I'm live so much. It's so reasonable to think somebody maybe saw a video or a short of mine. They click on the stream when I'm just crashing the fuck out. This game is dog shit. They've never understood how to make this fucking game work. Oh my God, I died 7 times. Maybe I get TK'd and I'm just livid. And they're like, oh, that's not the energy I thought, you know what I mean? And they click away. And it's like that 10 seconds was it. That's the only live experience they've ever seen of mine. And then maybe the next clip they see is me raging about some bug. And then now that's just solidified. That's locked in where they're like, bro, this guy's such a whiner. And I was literally having the thought of like, I couldn't blame them for that if they thought that, you know, like.
No, it's simultaneously completely understandable and also really depressing that like, that the feeling, because it's the internet.
Yeah.
The feeling is so extreme by default.
Yes, for sure.
And I'm the same exact way where I'll be like, I can't watch that fucking guy. I can't watch that guy.
Yep.
But like the thing you kind of have to sort of think in your head is that like if they met you, they 100%. Wouldn't say it that way, because I wouldn't say it that way because like I don't really feel that I wouldn't like I can't stand that guy. I would then, if it was in person. Yep. I would be like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, like, no, your content's like great, man. It's just like not really my style. I'm into this other stuff over here, you know. But unfortunately, when you like don't like something, you just like don't like it, and you would explain it in such a way that would be off-putting in real life. But that's the internet real 100%. Life dichotomy where 100%. Everything is dulled to the point where all the emotions get turned way up.
Yes. And the proof of that is that cuts both ways. If you click on a stream right when it's like a really cool moment or like they're being really based or they're being really reasonable in the face of something unreasonable, oftentimes if that creator then does do some fuck ass shit, that person is so much more willing to be like, yeah, but he's a good guy. He's just front, like, you know what I mean? Like
you watch 3 or 4 Asmongold videos and suddenly, and you think like, yeah, you know what? He's based about everything I've ever heard. Bro, so chances are I'm going to agree with everything he says forever going forward. I mean, it's
and
funny,
I'm
not going to regret saying
but
this on a podcast.
Asmongold is a great example of that, where like you have that it goes.
Well, no, I'm making fun of myself. Like,
no, I know,
a year and a half ago.
I know, but but to think that a lot of his viewers got there. Not because of that content he makes now, but then is, you know, ride or die. But anyways, so it's like, I'm saying, yes, I agree with you. And it cuts both ways. But I just had that thought when confronted with like, a friend of mine was like, yo, they're destroying you in the Discord, or they were. And I just kind of remember being like,
yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah, like there's a chance, like knowing the internet, there's also a pretty reasonable chance that like I banned the guy or they said something racist and he's holding a grudge, right? But I had that moment where I was like, there's also a chance that they just caught everything at the worst time. And I'm not the guy, if I'm clicking on a new streamer or if I'm watching a new content creator, I'm not the guy that's going to watch 10 of their videos before I decide if I like them. I'm not the guy that's going to sit through 3 hours of a stream. If I click on a video and the energy is off a stream, I'm leaving immediately. So it's like, I couldn't even judge them if they did that to me. And so it's just crazy that I don't know. I was just like self-reflecting on the fact that it's like existing on the internet is so much more palatable when you like preemptively come to the decision that it's a reasonable thing that some people are just not going to like you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
funny?
that's not a crazy thing.
There's like a 50-50 response to what your response would be. So like they judge you with like internet gloves, internet standards, right? And that you like transcend the fucking matrix and like break your brain in a way that we're not naturally, that like a content creator isn't naturally wired to think, and then you judge them through their own goggles of internet standards, and then which like never happens, and then you're like, I totally get it. But the funny thing is that like there's some amount, non-zero number of people who would then judge you based on your reaction. They would judge you based on based on real world standards. That's cuck behavior. How he's like, they're making fun of me, and I'm like, and he's fine. That's like like pussy bitch, like you pansy. You know. You're supposed to be like, man, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like in real life, you gotta step up. So it's just so funny.
Dude, that's funny because that connects to another thing. Like we can tie to it like another conversation I've been having on stream a lot, which is like the word performative, because that's what they'd be like, oh, it really does bother him that we don't like you, but he's trying to get ahead of it by being performative and saying this. And that's a perfect transition to like this performative, like everything is performative, because we were watching the WARDOGS announcement video, and they have gone like a really different approach with their marketing. So that the announcement video for the day WARDOGS comes out is called 10 Reasons Not to Buy WARDOGS. And they go through, the devs, they put out a video, it's got 300,000 views, 10 reasons not to buy WARDOGS. And they're like, reason number one, there's not a lot of content. We focus on stability over content. Content's gonna come. You know, reason number 5 is, you know, we're charging $40 for it. You might think that's too much. And so that's very obviously their shtick, right? The counter culture, like the counter AAA, you know, we're not hitting you with the like living, breathing world, IP, like they're not doing that, right? And a lot of people really connected with that and was like, yo, this is like so refreshing. And then I had so many people being like, because we watched it live, being like, this is so performative. Like, this is so cringe. This is so, you know, this, that, and the other. And
that's like the video game dev version of like the Pepsi ad.
Oh my God, like put the gun down.
Like we love Palestine or whatever.
We are the world.
No one gives a fuck. Like, shut up.
So, but now, how you felt when watching the WARDOGS video is irrelevant. It was a launching point for a conversation about like, okay, there's a couple of layers to this, brother, man. Like, you know, we're talking in chat. I was like, step one, if you're watching a video, it's performative. You gotta start there. Like, someone's on camera.
Someone's on stage and they're performing for me. Oh, cringe.
I was like, yeah, exactly. It's like, I was like, you have to understand, like you're coming to an understanding of what being performative is because you've been burned by like, you know, maybe the AAA devs. Once again, we're just using gaming as an example, but this applies so many different places. But it's like, brother, man, it's all been performative. Like, I'm very close to who I am on camera in real life, but I can't deny that being on camera and having 200 or 300 people that would all mostly agree with the points I'm making doesn't somehow alter this into a performance. If you're watching a Battlefield marketing video, if you're watching a WARDOGS marketing video, if you're watching a game trailer, if you're watching a dev interview, brother, man, it's performative.
Yeah.
So you're not cracking the Da Vinci Code. What you then have to do is have that gut check where you go, oh, is this performance like rooted in some sort of genuine truth, or do I smell something fishy about it? Which that's also fine to have, right? But you know, then we were talking about, once again, to take the gaming analogy or to take the gaming example, is I was like, if these guys came up and we've reached a point where basically the point I'm trying to make is when you say the things I don't want you to say, I'm mad because you haven't learned and you're doing all the things wrong. But if you're saying the things I want you to say, that's suspicious because you know I want you to say that. And what the fuck do you do then?
Well, that comes from they've walked in and they already are suspicious or dislike you. So it's a lose-lose.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I'm saying.
So stop pretending that. So these people need to stop pretending as if there's anything you could do that would make
exact. And that's kind of what I wanted. It was so genuinely. I was like, I truly don't care what you think about WARDOGS. I was like, we're not there. Like, if you think this game looks ass, like it's not even, what I just want to walk you through. If these guys came on and did the Battlefield thing and said you can pre-order the battle pass is $70, it's a living, breathing world, they threw all the marketing speak at you, you'd be like, oh my God, corporate shill, AAA, they don't get it. When they do, hey, we're not that, we really don't want you to buy our game if it's not for you. When they do all the things you would say you wish EA does, if that is also inherently suspicious and performative and there's got to be something here, you might be right. I can't tell you you're wrong. But what I'm saying is, like, at that point, you need to kind of like look inward as to like, what would you trust? Like, what could somebody say? Do they have to say like a little bit of fucked up shit? But is it like 20% fucked up shit, but 80% base shit?
No. You ask
if it's too much base shit, it's suspicious. If it's not enough base shit, it's ass. And it's like, it's just.
No, but you're asking them that question as if the answer is anything other than. I mean, I'm honestly not just really interested in this game at all. So right?
Like, exactly. Just say that, and that's totally fine.
Just say that. Stop pretending like it matters. So it was like what they say.
So it was like it really wasn't. It was like I actually agree. Like when he said that's performative, it was once again. It wasn't that I disagreed with him. It was like, oh, are you just now arriving there? I was like, of course this is a performance. And if I'm honest, they might be leaning into it a little too hard. They're being a little cheeky with it. They're really leaning into it. But it was like, well, of course it's a performance, bro. We're watching a video, and it's like, and then the performance doesn't like. To a certain degree, you can just like we said, was just like just gauge your interest on the game. And or on the content creator or on the movie, or once again, where it's not just gaming, this is kind of everything. It's like what we talk about with hype. You know, I've been saying, you know, hype so much. It's like, I understand what the like colloquial term of hype is, but the colloquial term has dominated the conversation such that most people have forgotten you're your own hype meter. If like nobody can overhype GTA 6 to me, I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like nobody can overhype. You know, I when I put out my video on WARDOGS, a comment said, this game looks amazing, but I can't trust you because of how much you overhyped Arc Raiders. And they was just like, oh man, like I'm not going to respond to the comment, but I was like, man, like if you and me were sitting in a bar, I would love to unpack this with you. And so it's like, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, you are your own. In no way was I saying you shouldn't be like suspicious of devs if you think they're full of bullshit. In no way I was, but it's just like, of course it's a performance, man. Are you interested in the game or are you not interested in the game? You don't have to like do the rigmarole of like being so, the game looks cool, but I'm just a little, it's like, you can just say you're not interested in the game. And that's actually totally fine. I don't know. It was an interesting conversation around this like performative word where like.
The irony is.
Of course it is.
The irony is, what are they doing? Being performative.
Well, yes. Yeah, that's actually very true.
I'm so mad about what they're doing because I don't think it's genuine. You're not being genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your anger, right? And honestly, I'm proud that you were able to say it colloquially twice without fucking it up because I wrote a sentence that had non-constitutionally, obscenity, colloquially, synonymously, profanity, and legally, and in the same sentence.
Holy.
And I have to tell you, getting that out took a fucking Gregorian calendar year.
Wild.
The first kind of non-constitutionally protected speech is obscenity, and despite often being colloquially used synonymously with profanity, legally speaking, that just isn't what obscenity means. I don't know why I write.
What a sentence, bro. What a sentence.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Holy.
I don't know. Like, it's wild that I can write 100,000 words for a project, and any one of these would be like, my English teachers in high school would hate me, dude. Hate me. Absolutely would hate me. Bro, and dude, it's so funny you mentioned this. The last thing I'll say is, so I walked into my house super early. It's funny when I like roll up and there's like new people that are like subcontractors. They don't know who the fuck I am. I'm just like Poindexter walking in with my little fucking Padfolio. Like, you know what I mean? Like who's this guy? Like, this is my house, bitch. But I walked in and I was like, oh, the painters are here. I could tell, obviously, all the paint shit set up. And the first thing I heard from there were like 3 dudes. They were super cool. The first thing I heard was like, oh, they would be completely canceled for what I just heard him say. And it's funny because it's like, imagine that someone was listening to 10 hours a day of what you said all day on the job for 7 years and tell me you wouldn't say something that wouldn't fucking end your career, no matter what career you're in. You're a mechanic, you're a fucking plumber, you're a painter, you're an engineer, trust me. So, and if Hank Green can get, approach getting canceled, I don't even know where he's at. I haven't been paying attention,
fucking
but
insane.
Some say Veritas is still performing the Sisyphean task of pushing that syllabic ball up a hill.
Sisyphean.
No, Sisyphean.
Sisyphean?
Or Sisyphean. Yeah.
Syphilis? Syphilisian?
One of those was a word. I'm the one who's like buzzed.
Yeah.
I'm not even ashamed. Listen, you have like a glass of whiskey.
The Sprite Zero's hitting.
Oh, dude, you're getting dew-faced over there?
Dew-faced, bro. Before we keep going, I do want to take a quick second and thank the sponsor for this episode, and that is Cash App. Cash App, we've been working with them for a while. I've been using Cash App for forever. I always like to say that Cash App was like the OG money transfer app. I've been using it for years upon years upon years. It just became the ubiquitous way to send money between my friend group when we were all out at a concert or out to a restaurant and somebody just paid everybody. It's like, just Cash App me later. It was just the thing to use. I remember specifically when they launched the Cash App card, and it was like this matte black card, and it was just your signature on it, and it looked so fresh. So I've been using Cash App more forever, and it's just only grown in the amount of features that it has, and in the amount of security. Cash App is a way more safe way to send and receive money. With the Cash App card, you unlock tons of perks without hidden fees. Cash App does security by declining suspicious card transactions, sending you a notification to ask if the payment is really you. If your card is ever lost or stolen, you can lock it right in the app, which is very convenient. So there's tons of security there. There's overdraft charge coverage, and there's even savings. So Cash App can help you with your savings. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn interest on your savings. No hidden fees, no minimum balance required. You can also set up roundups, which is a great way to just kind of add a little bit into your savings over time. Cash App, the card, and the app has just got tons of stuff. Secure way to send and receive money. You can deposit paychecks in there. You can kind of use it for a ton of different things now. Very convenient, very easy to use. I've loved using Cash App. So you can download Cash App today and make your money work for you by visiting our link in the bio. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services are provided by a Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards are issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa Debit Flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. The Bancorp Bank, N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, the Sutton Debit Flex card, and the Bancorp Debit Flex card. Cash App Green features savings, direct deposit, roundups, and overdraft coverage and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. You can visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Thank you so much again to Cash App for sponsoring this episode.
Okay, so the game that I've been playing.
Okay.
is called. I have to look it up because
The Message from Outer Space is what you wrote in the doc. Okay.
The Message from Deep Space.
Deep Space.
I had to like alt tab to Steam because one of those ones where like someone mentioned it in chat. I pulled it up on Steam and then I never have looked at it ever again because I don't close games. So I just alt tab to it.
It's just so crazy.
So what this game is, I kind of don't. I'm playing this game, and if like normies play this game, I'd be like really impressed with normies. It would like raise the bar. Like 100 IQ would be more impressive because this game is it's not really hard. It's just really niche.
Interesting. Okay.
In a way that is like perfectly suited for my brain.
Nice.
As like an engineer who's like into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect, like, this is a game I'm playing and I'm like, I have no idea how the fuck normal people could play this.
Yeah.
I might just be not overestimating my intelligence. That's probably true, but maybe underestimating the average intelligence. But what this game is effectively like, imagine like a computer console version of the movie Arrival.
Okay.
So imagine, just close your eyes. I'm going to paint a picture for you.
Okay.
You work in the Niles Smithsonian Memorial Telescope. Okay, I don't know what that was.
Okay.
This is a paint by numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I'm. And one day, you know, as you're moving the telescope over, you hear. Now that's nothing like what they would hear, but you've heard a thing. It's like the movie Contact is also the movie. Did you see that movie? You haven't seen that movie.
Contact, weirdly, I have seen. Yeah.
Oh my God, legend. So basically, you receive an alien radio signal. I think it's from like a crashed meteor or something. And what they find out is that like the radio signal coming from it is like the frequency of, I think they call it the hydrogen line. But I don't know if it's like the frequency associated with like a hydrogen atom or what the specific details are. But effectively what you're doing is you're working in like a little computer console and you are trying to decode messages sort of one at a time. And what you're effectively doing is it's like a call and response where the aliens have like a signal that under the covers, there's some like game elements here where they make it so that you have to respond. And if you respond correct, they send another message. So like they're trying to establish like, okay, these motherfuckers like intelligent. Is there intelligent life? Now there's a lot of elements. It's effectively a puzzle game. Because each one of these things you have to sort of decode and figure out.
Yeah.
So like let me just like I'll spoil the most like surface level thing. The first message they send you is it's like the frequency of the hydrogen atom. Now, that's like a very specific number. It's a big number. Imagine if what we did was we said, let's say that number is 0. Let's just set that as like the default. It might be 2 trillion, 2 million, 100, whatever the number is. Let's just say it
represents 0.
So then imagine that's the signal you get. Well, then you can try a bunch of numbers. You're like, enter, try to, and it's, you and then you just send 0, and it's like, boop. The next number you get, 256. And what that number is effectively that frequency, but we've offset that, right? So that's 0. So what this is 256 like hertz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And you send back 256. And it's like, cool. They're getting the basics.
Yeah.
They then send you. So now you're able to effectively, you have numbers, right?
Yeah.
You have this 0, and now you have. So what they do is they send you 0, and then like a whole bunch of gobbledygook thing like you don't understand, and 2, a whole bunch of gobbledygook you don't understand. Sorry, did I say 2?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had one job. Okay, I'm gonna blame the whiskey. 0, the gobbledygook you don't understand. Then 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, there's something about me skipping numbers. Although last time I was sober for it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
0, noise. 1, the same noise. 2, the same noise. What do you respond with?
The noise is the same?
Yes.
Then I would have no idea.
3. Because it was 1, there's 0, noise.
Yeah.
1, noise. 2, noise. 3. So now they're like, okay, cool. Now you can follow along with a pattern.
Yeah. Okay.
But what else can you infer? That like
What?
noise, whatever it was, that whatever that thing was, that number, whatever. What that is, what is that?
I don't know. That's not the representation of the number before it. Like 0 is this number, 1 is this number, 2 is this number.
Well, like what could it be? If I went, imagine this. I went 0, 1, 2. The might mean like a comma.
Yeah, or space.
Or a space. Or like, right, but it's conceptually.
Yeah.
But so the cool thing about this game is that now you have a dictionary. And the dictionary is whatever the is on this side. And on this side, you can write space. Or you can write
what you think it is.
Comma.
Yeah.
And what's really fucking cool about this game is that it's like contextually aware. So I'm guessing they have a collection of like things it assumes you're going to say.
Yeah.
I literally ended up with like, I just made like, like 5 dashes. And so it was a way for me to have just like a visual delimiter because I'm looking at a console. So before it was like unknown underscore 0 question mark, like whatever. But so as you work, so then what happens if you were to see 2, 4? What's the?
I have no idea.
If you saw 2, 2, 4. What do you think?
I'm stupid.
Means?
I have no idea.
Imagine you had a 2 and then some unknown thing and a 2 and then a different unknown thing and then the number 4. How is there a relationship you can imagine between 2 number 2s and the number 4?
Like 224?
Nope.
I have no idea.
Is there something you could do to 2 different 2s?
Oh, like 2 plus 2 is 4?
2.
Okay.
2. 4. Well, now means plus and
I would literally never. I would never make it past the tutorial in this game.
And so this is a little bit of where I'm like, I'm amazed that anybody could play this game because
I keep not understanding that what they're doing. Like, I keep assuming that what you're asking me is a message to decode. not like a message to learn. Like they're trying to teach me like that. Like I 2,2 period, like 2.24. Like maybe that is a decimal. You know what I mean? There's just an answer that is right that they're trying to say, as opposed to like they're teaching me each of their individual signs for everything.
And now, admittedly, some of this would be less ambiguous, I think, like looking at things visually.
Yeah, maybe. Probably
someone
not.
in chat just said, why not 2 times 2 equals 4? Well, exactly. So what happens when, and that's what makes a genius puzzle game. Because 2 equals 4, you're like, oh, plus. And then it's like, cool. It's not, see, here's the thing, is that there are puzzles where it's not grading you on your ability to decode the things you don't know.
Yeah.
Every single one of these messages is expecting a response.
Yeah.
So we would say 2, something you don't know, 2, something you don't know, and then you respond with 4. And you're like, fuck, well, what are the 2 different things I don't know?
Yeah.
Well, maybe this could equal equals, and maybe this could equal plus. Oh, that makes sense. That would be right. Cool. But then it gives you 2 and 3, and then says 2 unknown thing that you've linked with plus. And then you go 5, and it goes, no. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 2 times 2 equals 4.
Yeah.
And that's the genius of this game. That's the genius of this game, is how ambiguous a lot of these things are. And the last thing I'll say, and this is the first minor spoiler, although, so I've done 59 of these puzzles. There's a counter in the lower right-hand corner that has 4 digits. So there might be 1,000. I don't know. Now, between 0 and 59, the thing that I'm about to spoil ends up getting like pushed to the side and sort of becomes irrelevant. So it might not be a major spoiler.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that, like, everything I've been talking about so far is like child's play. Here's the thing that I'm like, no one would ever figure this out. No one would ever figure this out. No normie would ever figure this out. You get, let's say you have your separator. You figured out a separator. It might be a comma. It might be a semicolon. And what's interesting is that I've gone back and forth between some of these things. And so, dude, I want to talk about all the game mechanics, but it's spoiling it. Here's what I'll do. I'll maybe like the next episode, I'll talk about some of the game mechanics.
Yeah.
I'll give everyone listening to this episode the ability to play the game if they think they'd like it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have a heavy spoiler warning next episode, because some of these game mechanics are really cool. I want to talk about them. But this is like, I would say, the first minor spoiler. So, I don't know, fast forward some arbitrary amount.
462 seconds.
Just double tap on the right side of your cell phone a few times. And it's going to go right to me being like, and here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I better get to it quick. We'll see, I have to do it in the form of like a riddle, because I want to see if Jesse would ever have a chance.
I won't.
0.
Christ.
Comma. 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6, comma 7, comma 10, comma 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
20.
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank Christ.
But why?
Because you skipped 8 and 9. Because it's 7, 8, and 9.
Bro, I'm so fucking glad. Because guess what? I did exactly the same thing. I'm like, my intuition is 20. Don't know why. And so now I'm like, why did I get it right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the next one is 75, 76, 77,
80. 78? 75, 76, 77. No, I know. Yeah, 75, 76, 77. 85. 69.
Nice.
No idea.
100.
Of course.
So, and here's the thing. And now maybe this is like, see, here's where it gets complicated because
I think I get it. It was 65, 66, 67.
No, 75,
75.
76.
Yeah, 75, 76, 77, 100. Because it's like, it skipped 8 and 9.
Why would it do that?
I don't know why it would do that, but it skipped 8 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And 75, 76, 77 would skip to 80, but we're skipping 8s and we're skipping 9s. So it's 100.
Man, so like maybe this is normeable.
I mean, I don't know about that.
Eights, so yeah, someone in chat
8s
figured it out.
What would that be? Base 8? Because if 0 is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have 0 through 7, just like in. So what you then figure out, all the puzzles up until this point, there's like 10 up until this point, and they all deal with 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s.
Yeah, so this is the first time you're getting to 8s and 9s.
So now it's suddenly like, oh, and this is the spoiler in case you just fast forwarded to this point. This is the actual spoiler. The aliens operate in base 8.
Okay.
Which is the fact that we operate in base 10.
It's like arbitrary, right?
It's so intuitive. It's so arbitrary, and it's probably based on the fact we have 10 fingers.
Yeah. Because I feel like base 12 is like nice for things, but I've never heard really of base 8.
I mean, like, every single base is arbitrary.
Yeah.
Every single base is arbitrary. The reason why, like,
base 69.
Base 16 works because it's a multiple of 2. So when you're dealing with binary numbers, every time you add a bit, you're squaring.
Yeah.
Right? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32-bit, 64-bit, right?
Yeah.
So, but like, there's no reason why. If we had, if 2 fingers on one hand and 1 finger on another hand,
yeah,
having it be 0, 1, 2,
11, 12, yeah,
no,
like
10,
yeah, 10, 11,
11, 12, 20,
21, 22.
and that would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Right? Man, if someone's gonna watch one of my Getting Tarkov videos, explains like binary and like hex,
yes,
and like
I remember.
It explains.
I don't remember what video, but I remember
Yeah.
learning what that shit meant in one of your Tarkov
It might be
videos.
the illusion of choice video. I don't know, but it just explains how like we deal in base 10, but we don't understand why why that makes sense to us, and so we don't understand it with like a fundamental level. Like, what does it mean? Like, why do we have 10 digits? Like, why don't we have a number, a digit for 10?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the reason why, it's like, oh, well, because we have a decimal place. A what place? Oh, it's a place that every time you get to 10, you just add 1 over here. So that's how you get from 77 to 100.
Yep.
Because what it means is that, like, imagine 7 and 77, right?
Yep.
If you want to add 1, it's like, oh, well, but that's 10 because there's no 8 or 9. So then you carry the 1, add the 0. Oh, well, 7 plus 1 is 8, but you can't have that. That's 10. So 0, carry the 1. Oh, 100.
Yep.
It's literally the same like rules we learned,
Yes.
but we like evolved past the very basic concept of decimal places that we learned in first fucking grade.
Yeah.
And we just got to memorizing a pattern, and we
Yep.
don't understand it fundamentally anymore. But so then, you know, like later on, what you end up with is like, imagine doing a simple algebra problem that had, like, let's say 6 variables.
Yep.
Like, you could do 2 plus 5 times 7 minus 4.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if it was in base 8. Imagine if you didn't know what one of the symbols meant.
Yeah.
And then imagine if it's really arbitrary that we have 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's not the way that computers actually do math. Computers get 2, 2 plus. And it knows, oh, I need to add the 2 previous things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So imagine you're getting symbols and numbers out of order.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But you have to do PEMDAS. You have to do multiplication before division. The game is genius. I love it. I'm 59 in. I think it goes into the hundreds for sure. I absolutely love it. This game should get 8 bajillion downloads. Everybody needs to play
crazy.
it. I need to know that there's like a lot of people who were like, I downloaded it and I couldn't get past like puzzle 7. I would honestly, I'd just be amazed if like people. Now it could just be that like what's really fascinating is I think what the game does is a couple of things. It gives like hints, like contextually, like if you're struggling and you answer a bunch that are false, it has like these other characters in the background that can be like, that's weird that this and this and this, right? Like maybe, and so it kind of can like help you.
Yeah.
So like it's probably more accessible than I give it credit for, especially given the fact that like you got like what you described was base 8 without knowing what you were describing. You're like, I don't know, dude. There's just like no 8s or 9s in this number system. It's like, yeah, holy fuck. You were like right there.
Yeah.
So like, I think like given a little push from the game that I think the game would give you that like I didn't happen to need in this particular instance because like my first instinct is to be like, bro, my first instinct when I saw this was, this is octal, but there's no way it's octal. That would be genius if it was because I can fucking count an octal, you know, like, and it like blew my mind. It blew my mind.
That's sick.
And one of the other coolest things was, remember how I said how like you can name, there's this dictionary where what it basically gives you is like unknown thing numbers 11. And you basically put a name to it. Let's just say we already talked about this. One of the things was like plus.
Mm-hmm.
If you put like plus and you hit enter into the dictionary, the game will be like the characters will be like, plus, yeah, like that's elegant, as a way of being like, you kind of figured it out.
Yep.
And so what was genius was there's a really meta complicated aspect of it at one point that when I typed it in, and it was like something that like was almost a little niche and specific to me, but generally understood. What the game did was one of the characters was like, what? Why did you name it that? And I'm like, fuck, I picked the wrong thing. And then one of the other characters was like, no, this is what he meant. The game fucking explained what I meant. How cool of a mechanic is that? Like, it's doing the same thing it was doing before, which is saying like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
But in this case,
it's making you
gave
doubt.
Me the like emotional roller coaster while then saying like, oh, well, this is what he named it because of this logic, when it could be anything. I could have named it zebra.
Yeah.
Now, if I had done that, it wouldn't have done it, right?
Yeah.
But it's effectively an infinite, it's a text field.
That's wild.
So it was just really, really cool.
That's sick.
I'm sure that they probably have like 10 possible things that are like the right answer.
Yeah.
But it's just really satisfying. It's well designed. And there's, dude, like, I don't know.
That's sick. It's got 1,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
Damn, people are smarter than I thought. Either that or it's just every software engineer I've ever worked with is playing the game. And now I'm curious about the like, we can move on from this, but while we do, I'm gonna look to see the negative reviews are going to be like, this game is fucking impossible.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about.
Is what my guess would be.
I don't even know how many negative reviews there are.
Review type 27. There's 998. This is really fantastic for the first 100 or so messages, and then it turns into a tedious grind through junior high. Okay, whoa, spoiler.
Spoiler.
Fuck. You dickhead. The math problem from Deep. I get the math science is foundational leading into the language portion, but for me, the language portion is the fun. Unless you're into math science, I would not get this game. After I saw science, I was out. Yeah, the message from Deep Space, if you're not into science, of course you wouldn't download that game. Yeah. You dipshit, Jeffrey Bagels. You're dipshit.
Jeffrey Bagels. That's a great name.
It's like not Johnny Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
That's cool, man. Message from Deep Space.
Boring. I was interested at first, but it's just too long to introduce concepts. Bro, it's one message at a time, max 2. Doing math puzzles is okay if there's more interesting stuff later.
Amateur.
Like lore.
Amateur puzzle LARPers.
Play a new game of Chance of Sinar. I mean, do that, but also
also play this game.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man.
I can't. There's too many spoilers. Okay, I'm clicking away.
That's dope.
I keep hearing amazing things about cache cleaning simulator, which, like, dude, I don't know.
Cache cleaning? I told you, or I sent you the DM with the Lego picking up sorting game.
You know what was so funny, dude? Did you see Deadly Slob's tweet about it?
No.
It was like the most unintentional shaming ever. He tweeted, like retweeted I found it. I'm so glad. July 27th, Deadly Slob. If I stream this game, I think people should rage quit my stream forever. Be me reading this after streaming 1,000 hours of fucking picking up books and putting them on shelves. Like, ooh. Ooh.
Dude, there's that, and then there's one as well that's you have to reconstruct documents that were shredded in paper shredders.
That does not in any way sound. Nope. Nah. Nope. That's like,
yeah.
See, like, conceptually, when you look at, like, you could look at, like, putting a puzzle, like literally a puzzle together, or putting together shredded papers, or putting away, like, books on the ground as being the same thing conceptually, and they just aren't.
Yeah.
They just aren't. Because, like, I can pick up a book, and I can see, like, oh, this is alchemy. I know it's going to go in that section.
Yeah.
And I know based on this that it's this and this, not just there's, I don't know, like a fraction of a G on the third line. So I need to find a piece of paper that has an A on the second line and either a G or a Q. I'm not sure on the third. Like, fuck.
Yep.
Nah. Nope. Nah.
Even the Lego one makes more sense because you can be like, oh, all the small Legos here, all the big Legos here, all the white Legos here. Like, but paper shredding is just a bridge too far.
Nope. No, the Lego one is pile making simulator, which honestly, the book, the Arcane Sanctuary, whatever, the librarian, became like my meta just became pile simulator, where it's like, all right, all the white books in this corner, I'm just gonna chuck them all over there.
Yeah.
The red ones over there, the ones with the big buckles over there, and then after that, it's like, now let's sort the red books.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, grab a red one and then look around for the other red ones that match it. Go upstairs looking around for the red, but I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's not how you play. That's how newbies play the fucking.
That's how newbies play.
God, what's your completion time?
Oh
kid?
my
Jesus.
God.
Do you have any fucking idea? How does it go? What the fuck did you just fucking say to me, you piece of shit?
What the fuck did you say to me, you little shit?
I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs or whatever.
Who do you think you are? I am. You ever seen that clip?
True. Yes. I think
good.
you told me about it.
The bowling clip.
I think you told me about it. So the other game that I'm going to be playing soon, I think, I got an email. It was, I get 1,000 of these emails a day, and they're almost always like some hentai gachi shit or whatever. I'm not sure what any of those words mean, by the way. I just know I'm not interested.
Goon Lord, the game.
Yeah, and it's always like,
Goon Eternal.
I'm going to read almost verbatim from memory the email that is the essence of an email I'm assuming you get too, which is, hey, this is Joe from Humongous Lord Incorporated.
Yeah.
Hey, Veritas, we love your content. We think you'd be interested in this game where you cultivate pony hair collections and fight the Dragon Lord in like this isometric fucking Lego-based voxel audiobook or whatever. You want to... It's like, nope, I'm sorry. Bro, be less interested. You might as well have said hello and then bracket, insert name here, bracket.
Did you see when Uma Musume went viral and everyone was playing Uma Musume?
I'm not sure what that word means either.
Bro, it's the most like spiritually depraved shit on the internet.
Uh-oh.
It's like a mobile game that you can play on desktop. So all the streamers were playing like the vertical game, like on 16:9. They like added some whatever, and it's basically a horse racing game. But
wait, but these are girls.
But the horses are like anime waifu girls, and you train them. And they go to class and they have to like study with their friends and get all these like QTEs and like rest, and they race, and it's like it's just like there were so many people playing. I mean
you debated me because Usamune is a ROM hack used to like speed run like as like Nintendo 64 games.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so it's Uma
Musume.
Uma
Musume, yeah.
Okay,
it's just it's dude, it was just like
I could have sworn I've done whatever you described. I'm like, bro, I've done this. I know what this is. I own this.
I've Uma Musume before.
Yeah,
I mean, it's funny. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, like this, what's going to happen because I uttered Uma Musume is there are going to be everyone that made it this far in the video. 50% of them are going to go to the comments saying it's not weird. Like you're not being inclusive enough. This, that, and the other. And the other 50% are going to be like 100%. Those people groom kids. It's all a front for this. Like. And there will be nothing in between. And I'm really not here to make any sort of statement about it. It was just funny.
We're not kink shaming
for
or
a season of time for there to be multiple middle-aged men streaming to 20,000 people the girl horse racing game. Like it was just whiplash. I don't care what you do. It was just
yeah.
It just it just threw me for a loop.
I'm not going to finish the sentence I was going to finish because it's not going to do anything other than be misunderstood. So, especially after a bunch of whiskey. I didn't mean to maximize Uma Musume. I meant to maximize the actual game that I got an email about where it was hey, Veritas, you might be interested in this game and then they proceed to describe every fucking thing that's like, I'm like, these people, they must know me well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's basically, I'm not going to plug in the audio. It's not worth, but it's a pseudo like OS.
Okay.
Which already it's like, all right, you've got me.
Yeah.
That has to do with, remember that game I played? I think it was called, there was one that was, I played a series of games. One of them was called Her Story, where it was basically like you were just watching videos that were like, it was chopped up.
Yep. I remember you telling me about that.
Whatever it's called, not investigation videos.
Like interview?
Yeah.
But like interrogation videos.
Thank you. Interrogation. And you had to like figure out what the thing was from that. Well, this is like kind of the same thing. in that like it's about solving puzzles, but it's all based on audio.
Yeah, that is
like,
up
are
your
you
alley.
kidding me that you have like
bespoke OS UI puzzles, audio
with like scrambled
engineering
video where like someone maybe
this
got
is
murdered or
Veritas'
something?
game.
But eventually you'll have to like I don't even know, vocals, bass, visuals, instrument, electric guitar, synth, what the fuck? Like what's happening? I don't know what's happening.
Oh my
But
god.
I'm like I never responded so quickly to an email being like, give me a code, I want a code, give me a code. Because I get 9 billion codes sent to me a day for a million games I'm not interested in playing. This one I was like, yep.
That is
and they haven't
sick.
responded to me in like
What's
4
it called?
days. It's called Imprinted.
Imprinted.
An audio restoration job becomes an investigation into the occult as an elusive musician's damaged cassette tapes are exhumed in northern Italy. Use a fully operational desktop to sift through files, descending into the artist's world in this slow-burning ghost tale of creativity and obsession. Coming soon.
Damn,
PM.
bro. That's sick.
Yeah, dog.
That's dope.
I can't wait for this. Whatever it is, I think it's going to be sick as hell.
Hell yeah. Let's do
And
it.
now I'll shut the fuck up.
No, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot going on. Like, I'm just super excited for WARDOGS. They did a big announcement where the game releases in early access on September 10th. There's a beta next weekend. August 21, 22, 23. And
can you stream it?
Is finally, it like yes, the beta will be able to stream. Yeah. God damn, bro. You can pre-order to get into the beta, or you can request access without pre-ordering, and they'll be letting people in. We don't know how many. But
what if you tweet at the devs?
Well, I should, yeah, at WARDOGS for sure. There could be nothing that goes wrong from that. But yeah, so I'm super excited for that. Last weekend was the alpha that was closed, and during Tarkov wipe and during Tarkov drops, I put like 25 hours of off-stream NDA playing in. That's how much I'm freaking
goes to show you
addicted to this game.
You didn't get paid to play a game. You effectively paid.
I forfeited money.
It was negative money.
Yeah, to play this game. Yeah. It's
dude, to think about it, okay,
so
like I'm gonna burst your bubble. What you were doing there was the equivalent of going to the arcade and putting in like a $5 bill to get like a 90-second play, and then you just did that for like 20 hours.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah, I was burning money at the stake.
Oh my god,
you were at
Dave and Buster's
of WARDOGS. I was WARDOGing it hard. Yeah.
Raw dogging, war dogging.
Yeah. It's just, dude, it's so fun. And I don't know. Right? It's all the things, right? I'm not here to say it's going to be fun for 1 million hours. I'm not here to say that it's going to fucking change the world. I'm not here to say you're going to like it. Actually, the more I play it, the more I think that a lot of people aren't going to like it. But like, it's so fun. It's so fun. At this point, I've put like 40 to 50 hours in because I played the entire pre-alpha weekend, and then I played all weekend during the alpha. And so it's like, this is not something I'm concerned to say I'm excited for, right? Like I adore this game. I love it. I'm so excited. Yeah. It's just goofs and gaffs. It's really fun. I have no idea what the long term is going to be. You know what I mean? Like they have lots of cool ideas for like meta progression that games like these don't normally have, but that's not like, that's kind of more towards 1.0 stuff. It's the classic beta thing where like at this point I've played it would be like only playing Tarkov for 10 raids in a wipe, and then they wipe the game and you play 10 more raids again, and they wipe again and you play 10 more raids again. It's like at that point you would have an understanding of what it's like to play Tarkov, but you also wouldn't really, because you don't know what the mid game is like. You don't know what the end game is like. So each time the pre-alpha, and then it was a new build, so they wiped their accounts for the alpha. And so like each time I've played, it's been the beginning. Everybody starts with $10,000. Everybody's unlocking stuff as they go. There's genuinely a real chance that like 2 months into the game, everyone has $5 million. Every round is like 48 tanks and 70 attack helicopters, and it's boring. You know what I mean? Like, that's very possible. Like,
the internet ruined attack helicopter, by the way. When you said 48 attack helicopters, I pictured something.
What'd you picture? What'd you picture, Veritas?
It's like, I don't know, like a Redditors. I don't know.
So
try to get me canceled.
Yeah.
Live.
So it's like that's very real, right? Like the mid game, the end game might need a lot of tuning. I don't know how much. I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, they've thought of that and everything is like they had it tuned. They had it tuned up for the alpha and the beta. Like maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I have no idea. But all I can say is that like I put 40 to 50 hours into the game and all I want to do is play more. Like it's fun. It's the perfect amount of extra dopamine and incentive on top of your spawn die game. It keeps me wanting to stay alive. Fights play way closer to like, a Tarkov fight than a Battlefield fight, IMO, or at least in how you like move through the map and like are actually concerned. It's got much bouncier gunplay than it's like much closer to like PUBG's gunplay, which depending on who you ask is genuinely like a literal like blessing or a curse. Like I've heard people compare it to PUBG gunplay, and then people say like, I'll never play this game because you compared it to PUBG gunplay, or the opposite. I personally really like it. It's way more tap because like Tarkov gunplay is pretty beamy. Like everything with the current, it's been through many recoil, right? But like the current recoil system is pretty beamy. It's like most guns that are full auto that have a decent amount of attachments on it, out to 20 meters, you really can just like, what I mean? And that's kind of how it goes.
What's the time to kill like again?
Decently long. It really depends because once again, it's like a headshot kills, but then you can unlock helmets, but then you can also unlock AP ammo. So it's like, it really depends on, it's going to be very inconsistent. It depends on what you have. There is
COD just nailed it. Like COD 4 just nailed it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it was like killing someone when you had stopping power and they like didn't have Juggernaut.
Yeah.
It was like, that felt good. When they had Juggernaut, it was like, too long.
Yeah.
And
I like the time to kill.
That needs to be the rails.
Yeah, I like the time to kill personally. Like there are definitely times where you yell, "Oh my God, I hit that guy 1,000 times. How didn't he die?" But there's also times where it's like you barely get away with an inch of your life, right? Getting shot. So it's like, I like it. I think that the recoil, especially until you unlock more attachments, is much more like tap fire, especially long range, mid range. Like you really don't want to be mag dumping. It is not going to help you. It's much more intentional shots. The scopes, like it's kind of how I want Tarkov to be, where like the long range scopes, like sniping in games like that, like Tarkov's gunplay with a sniper, like you can play omega aggressive close range with a Balti and an LPVO. Like you can get a suppressed DVL with a Voodoo on it. Has like 80 ergo, right? So you can just run through dorms and just whoop up, whoop up, whoop up. Like you really can't do that. Like if you put an 8X on a Mosin, it's like, which balances the fact that snipers hit like a fucking truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
like
it's
I'm sure 1 to 2 shot kills.
So it's like I don't know, which also means most people aren't putting LPVOs on their AKs, which means most fights, you know what I mean, that happen in the like 30 meter range aren't just like I'm running, oh, I'm dead. I'm running, oh, I'm dead. It's like a fight, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I think, the TTK, I don't know. I don't even know what people want anymore. I don't know if people like long TTK or short TTK. I think it feels good. The gunplay is bouncy, which forces fights to be more intentional. There's no like slide canceling. You know what I mean? So it's like it really is like, I don't know. I like it a lot. The money thing is just so addicting. Making money, the like emergent, just like stuff you can do, the like missions you can go on in a mission. Like there was a, so you can unlock an artillery tank that sits like 3 kilometers outside of the zone and then drops artillery shells into like the whatever. And it takes forever to dial in, but once you get it dialed in, you can really like hammer people. And so like we were getting, and so Air Wing is like, dude, I'm buying a helicopter. We're finding this guy. So we just flew around outside of the zone near blue for like 5 minutes. And every time he would shoot the artillery, we was like, oh, I think he's over here, until we found him. And then we got there just as a helicopter was dropping off to him more supplies, more ammunition for his artillery. So then we went.
Oh shit! Because you need ammo. Like
yes.
See, that's like a thing you'd never consider in like any other game.
In like Battlefield, right? And so then we went back and we flew low in the woods, so the helicopter that was leaving after dropping him supplies wouldn't see us. We parked our heli like, you know, a couple of 100 meters away. We rolled up and we're hearing him, boom, you know, shoot the things. I have an IED, which is a pipe bomb strapped to a Nokia phone. I plant it on it, and then you run away and you pull out another Nokia phone. You go, and you hear, and the artillery truck just fucking explodes.
Is it like the Nokia like 5310
yes,
or whatever
the one
fuck?
with
like
Snake on it? Yes. And then
winning, bro.
So then we blow that
shit.
up right as a ATV rolls up, because it was this guy's friend, and he was gonna link up with his buddy in the artillery truck, and Air Wing RPGs the ATV and blows him up. And then a Jeep rolls up with 4 dudes and runs me over and kills Air Wing. And they're like, what are you guys doing out here? And we're like, fucking killing you for artillery striking us. We're all VoIPing and stuff like that. It was.
Can you VoIP after you die?
Yeah.
So were you like crawling on the ground? Or
no, you
like...
just die and you lay there, and you have like 2 minutes. You can skip it anytime you want, but you have like a minute or two for your teammate to come res you. And in that time, you can just talk and VoIP. And so they were like, what the fuck are you guys doing all the way out here? We're like, well, you were mortaring us. We had to come find you. And they're like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Like, the VoIP shenanigans are so great.
Bro, wait a minute. Hold up. Put a pause on everything. Imagine if this needs to be like a Black Mirror episode. And why do I feel like this was like the premise of a movie or a game?
Okay.
I don't know. But imagine if you had like a 2-minute period after you were basically dead in real life, to where you could be like, oh, well, I guess I got 2 minutes, huh? Well, like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, you can say everything you want to say.
Like, you stabbed me to death for, I've got $22 in my pocket. Is that real? Is it really fucking worth it, dickhead? Is it really worth it? Are you happy?
I saw
for $22.
I don't know if it was like a SNL sketch or something, but it was a Shane Gillis comedy sketch that was similar to that. He was in a plane, and the plane was going down, and they were like, we can't do it. The pilot's like, we're all gonna die. Call your loved ones, and everyone's calling their wife and their kids. And you hear him go like, you know what, man? I always fucking hated you. And the guy next to him is like, what are you doing? He's like, I got 2 minutes left. You think I want to burden my wife with that? I'm going to tell everyone that I hated what I really feel about them. And then everyone on the plane is like, oh my God. And they all start calling people that they hate and basically doing that. It's like your last 2 minutes to live. Yeah.
Yikes.
Anyways. So WARDOGS, it was just like, it's just goofy fun gunplay. The sniping is very satisfying. Yeah, it's awesome. It's just awesome stuff. We were playing with Tower, and he dropped me his Mosin. He had like a Mosin and 8X, and then we went around and he was spotting for me. So he has like a rangefinder, and then he can spot an enemy and tag it.
The most Tower fucking thing. If Tower could be anything, for Halloween, he would be just a rangefinder.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And he was just spotting for me, because if you use your rangefinder and you see an enemy, you hold middle mouse and you tag them, and then anyone in your team can see them temporarily. So he would spot them, tag them. I would kill them with the sniper, and then because he tagged them, he gets some of that money in XP.
Bro, that is the epitome of the thing that I talked about with like teammate indicators.
Yeah.
and the bridging of real life too, because in real life you'd be able you would know the verbiage and everything for like 37 sector 5.
Yes.
3 bogeys, 9 are going southward. Alpha team squadron. Fire away. Swing away.
Swing away, Marin. Swing away.
Swing away, Marin. Like that's exactly what you. But instead you're like, I'm looking right at him.
Yeah. Right in front of me. Where are you? Like, yeah. So like even gameplay like that is sick. Like you can literally just sit on a hill with a rangefinder, make shit tons of money, and actually help your squad out a ton. Like it's that's like one of the things I like about the game so much is one of the genius things I think the cash system does is it incentivizes altruism and incentivizes teamwork. And the amount of ways you can play the game. Genuinely, the best ways to make money in the game are the non-combat forward ways to play the game, which is a perfect balance to the fact that most people that play the game want to play combat forward. And so it means the people that don't want to play combat forward get to participate, and they don't even get left behind. They can often have the most money. People like, you don't have to hope you're in a server with some dude that loves to LARP as a helicopter driver, because ferrying people to and from the zone makes so much money. There's always a helicopter waiting to ferry you in. Like, there is always a teammate. You don't have to hope that the guy 90 meters away is going to come res you if it's safe. He wants to come res you because he wants medic XP and he wants the money from resing you. And so it's like, it's just so sick. Like it's just done really well, where the money is not only the end game, the long-term end game of like, that's how you buy skins and that's how you do all sorts of stuff, but it's also used to balance the game towards the type of gameplay that they want. If they want more people building bases and they see that that area of the game isn't functioning well, they'll just give more money for doing that, and people will chase the money. People did unspeakable things for rubles in Tarkov. They'll do anything that gets them the money. So that means they have a lever to pull and a knob to turn that isn't nerf this or buff that.
Yeah,
they can increase or decrease the cost of it, or increase or decrease how much money you make using it. And that's a whole nother way to interact with it.
Well, but what's interesting is that Tarkov, the money is before or after raids.
Yeah.
In this case, it seems like it's like intra
for sure.
Like you can make money by doing a thing, right? Like you can get like a kill and the money goes up.
That makes
Whereas
money go
in
up.
Tarkov, it's you get money, you get nothing until you run over, you don't die, you loot them, they have money, or equivalent. You then run to the exfil, don't die, and then go and sell it. Now you have money.
Yep.
So the money affects the gameplay in like a tangible way, whereas like the money, 100,000 like rubles in between raids, you'll never feel in the middle of a raid.
Yeah.
But you will.
Yeah. Imagine there was a live counter in your Tarkov raid where you went in and the counter was negative.
Don't give me key to this
and
idea.
the ruble count that your kit cost. And every time you like picked something up, it helped offset it, and then you went into the green.
To 0, everyone would instantly get a boner the moment they hit 0, dude.
That's WARDOGS. Every time you go in, you buy a kit, and it shows you up in the top right how much total money's in your bank and how much money your life is worth, which starts at negative the cost of your kit. And you get a freaking button when if you hit 0, you mean, okay, it's all up from here, baby. And it's so sick. It's so addicting, bro. It's addicting.
I've gone full circle. This bad. This is gonna affect.
It's so good.
What you just described is blackjack.
Yeah, it's dopamine printer. It's that's I'm telling you, that's what keeps me.
Wait till the first streamer sells his thirdborn child and his cat to fucking whatever, metaphorically.
Yeah.
Like because you're gonna, oh man,
that's what I'm saying. God. So it's like that that layer makes this feel, it just doesn't feel like
Dangerous.
Battlefield at all. Like, think about how you play Battlefield. Like, you just run in and you try to get a clip, right? Like, you try to get a clip. Let me get 10 people. But like the gear fear in WARDOGS, which like gear fear in Tarkov, right, was always this thing. Everyone's like, get over your gear fear, get over your gear fear. And we've talked a lot about like gear fear is Tarkov. That is why Tarkov is Tarkov, because you are scared to lose your gear. Like, you have to get over it to an extent, but you never want to get over it to an extent. The gear fear in WARDOGS is dying and that number's still red. And then dying 5 times?
Oh, bro, I'm just thinking back to when I used to watch World Poker Tour. I was 14 with sunglasses at Chris and Billy's kitchen table playing poker, where I'd be out $20, and it was like $20 when you're fucking 13 or whatever. Is like when it's your own $20.
Yeah,
and that was my allowance for the month.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, I'm scared.
That's what I'm saying. Like, being like, okay, there's a tank out there. I'm going to buy an RPG. I'm going to buy 3 extra rounds. I'm going to buy 10. And so now your kit costs $30K and you're in a helicopter and a fucking missile hits your helicopter and you just explode in the air.
Oh no, my soul hurts. I want to cry.
And then there's the life where you kill a sniper, you pick up his sniper, you don't die for 45 minutes. And by the time you die, that number says plus 87K.
Yeah, well, not all of us can be fucking...
And you're freaking rock hard, bro.
Insert whatever streamer's good at games these days. I don't know what, like... Who's good now? I don't know.
Something.
I don't think FaZe has been relevant since, like, Modern Warfare 2.
Exactly. I played Tarkov with Optic Karma the other day. It was actually really fun.
Okay.
Call of Duty Legend, Optic Karma. And then a funny thing happened while we were playing. So then I posted that as a YouTube short, and so many people in the comments were like, does Jesse know he's playing with Optic Karma? And I was like, yes.
Yeah,
How
dude,
did
I've been
Jesse
360ing this whole time.
Yeah.
Bro, what's Sacriel been playing lately? Speaking of, like, I was just thinking of like legends.
I don't know.
in the FPS community that I haven't seen in a while, and only because I don't watch YouTube gaming and I don't watch fucking Twitch.
Yeah. Maybe
like
Mistfall
I'm subscribed
Hunter
to like
Zomboid?
50 fucking channels I'm sub to on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I haven't opened up the moment I'm off stream, I insta close Twitch, and I would never think to go to twitch.com.
I watch Twitch
in my free time.
Basically,
what are you guys doing here? Sacriel is fucking like this.
Yeah. I bet Sacriel's gonna love WARDOGS. Yeah.
Sacriel, bro, I met him. He was a great guy.
Yeah. 100%.
Solid. I met him the same time I met Kit Boga IRL.
Nice.
And there was someone else who I don't remember, so my story ends there.
They were both
just like
TwitchCon.
And Sequisha.
He was hammered, but he was awesome. I freaking love Sequisha, bro. He's the best.
Dude. Oh my god, Sequisha's a homie.
He's
I haven't really met this. There's only been one person. And I'll never say, and by I'll never, I mean I said like once on stream, but won't repeat it. I've only ever had one bad interaction with anyone.
With a streamer?
Well, they weren't even a streamer; it was a YouTuber.
Oh.
It was when I went down to Texas.
Oh.
And I was one of those situations where it was like, two people kind of talking. There's like, down in Texas when there was a big content creator shootout sort of thing. And I just did the thing where it's like, sorry to interrupt. There's two people talking. I'm like, I just wanted to say, man, like, I love your content. Like, really respect what you do, And it was like,
gave you the stank.
He gave me the like, what the fuck? Or like, it was the, what the fuck did you just say to me? You fucking piece of shit. I'll let you.
Which is crazy because once again, it wasn't like he was having dinner with his wife. It was a content creator meetup.
No, he was standing in the middle of a dirt area surrounded by 800 other people talking to someone who he like makes YouTube videos or like in his videos. So it's not like he was like having an important thing. It was like his buddy. And it was just like
oop.
Sorry, dude. Fuck shit. My bad.
Zoinks. But yeah. WARDOGS next weekend, beta. So excited. I'm sad we have to wait for a month to get it.
It's Thursday. Speaking of waiting, the new episode of
Silo.
Oh, I just got so excited. Me and Meg have been rewatching season 1 of Pluribus.
Mm.
And I got so excited for the next episode of Pluribus, but like not realizing that's not it.
That's probably 5 years away, knowing how fast Apple's been making their shows. But yeah, I mean,
Silo's getting toasty. So
really, the only other thing is just like Tarkov's been fun. It's our conversation informed like such a like I talked to you before about how like you letting me down slowly pre-season 1 helped. It also informed a lot of like the script I wrote. I did like a first impressions on Tarkov season 1 and it is good. But yeah, so Tarkov season 1's been fun. It's so the progression is so fast. Like I hit max traders today, which is it came out last Monday. So 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And I'm level 42 max traders.
Whoa, that's way faster
than the last time you played.
Because I remember you would have been like level 21 at this point.
Yeah, like genuinely like 5 or 6 days in, content creators were unlocking the flea market. Like there was always somebody that played 87 hours. You want me to blow your brain? Desmond got his second kappa of the wipe today. Now, there's
not enough cocaine on this hemisphere.
No, they made Kappa easier to get. But
though they also made Adderall easier to get, brother. Read the literature.
Read the literature. So that's just kind of where we're at. So like I more than ever am like, oh shit, you gotta like seasons cannot be longer than 4 months. Like this one is 4 months, it ends in December. But I was like, if this was a 6-month season and like you know, if I'm max traders now, then that means like in 2 weeks, less than a month into the thing, most people will be in the high 30s, low 40s, you know, unless they like really, I'm just saying it's like I'm not Desmond, right? Like Desmond's got a level 40 twice already. So like you have them at the top. I'm definitely a leader. I'm above average. I play more than above average, but I'm not like I'm not at the edge of the spectrum, right? Like I'm here. So it's like if I'm level 42 now, that means in a couple weeks, it's like, you know, and most people are going to be, there's really no, once again, we talked about last week, there's no Tarkov early game just because the Black Division and Icebreaker and drops and arena, I mean, drops is 14 days of 9 drops a day. Most drops are entire kits. So it's like, you know, one of the global modifiers for this season is armor shortage. And 9 times a day, 100,000 people get boxes with full kits in them that can include tier 5 armor. So it's like there's no armor shortage, bro. It's
there's some kind of metaphor there with like the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, there's something.
I'm not gonna make it. So wait a minute. He got Kappa twice. What did he do? Did he like get Kappa then reset?
Yeah.
Or did he get Kappa? Okay, so he didn't like escape. Because someone in chat said like Kappa isn't endgame anymore.
Correct.
So he didn't like make it all the way to
asking, but yeah.
Yeah, well.
Correct. It's not terminal.
Some people think that hot dogs are sandwiches. So like, well, who the fuck are we listening to?
Yeah, that's true. It like I still like I definitely agree though. Kappa isn't endgame anymore. You need to get to level 42 and complete like 4 specific quests and get what you still have to do is grind for every streamer item, which is going to make it a grind.
Are any of them still like giga rare?
Yeah, the evasion armband is still a pain in the ass to find.
Sigma fucking celebrating to this day. Bro, oh my god, you know what it's like? Do you have any fucking idea what it's like to have a streamer item that's so common and also looks like something else that everyone would rather have?
It's such a debate.
It feels, let me tell you, so good.
Dude, yeah. How many times a day on planet Earth somebody goes, a big stupid fucking Veritas pick.
If you asked me if I could have the evasion armband or the Veritas guitar pick, listen, the evasion armband is like, it's premium, but there's something so appropriate about people just being like, ugh, whenever they see my shit. And also having it be not so common that they're annoyed, but having it be they were excited for, I thought this was a JesseKazam stream or whatever, right? I clicked on the thumbnail because I saw the beard and the dark blue shirt.
Yeah, we are kind of matching today.
And it, oh God, and it wasn't.
So like,
I can't wait to get back to Tarkov.
And,
oh my God.
And the way a lot of people are resetting because you can't get all the achievements associated with season 1 on one run through, because a lot of the achievements are like around picking certain modifiers or something. So a lot of people are like getting to level 30 or 40 or Kappa and then resetting and then doing it again. Personally and respectfully, fuck that. That's not my vibe. I'll play this character and then I'll come back to play next season. These people are insane.
But there is nothing more depraved. I would rather you be a speedrunner for Uma Samunamune. Than be the type of person, who is an achievement hunter.
Yeah, it's just not me. It's not me.
And I'm 99% joking about this. I just feel like having righteous indignation after one hearty glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
Fucking no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Holy shit! Like, that's just like that's like being the kind of person that collects all of the little mini spoons that like they hang on like the little collecting the shot glasses for every state is cringe as fuck, and that's 100 times cooler than the little spoons, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah. It just couldn't be me. I get it. I get that it means there's always a carrot at the end of the stick, but bro.
No, but the problem is that every game, it just has like one that's like, recircumcise yourself. Like it's just one that no one wants to do. Like, even you can love the game, and it's one that no one wants to do. So that, by definition, just like, I'm just never going to do that.
Oh, my God.
There's never been a game where I haven't been like, you know what? I think I might go for all the achievement. Oh, nope, never mind. Never going to do the one that's like, play the whole, like, finish the game with your monitor off. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to finish that one.
Oh my God. Where's the list of cord breach achievements, chat?
Like, let me,
because I want to, there's one there. One of them is the circumcise yourself one, and I want to find it.
Like, how do you get to achievements?
Yeah. So entrepreneur born in heaven. So
okay. No, sorry. Go ahead.
One of the modifiers for this season is street tax. It was one of the bonus modifiers. You could get a positive, and it meant once a calendar week, the scavs will give you some free money. Now, that money is 150,000 rubles.
Socialism, but okay.
Yep, 150,000 rubles, 1,000 euros, $1,000. That's how much they give you every week.
Okay, wait a minute. That's like drastically different amounts of money, right? Like, isn't like 100... Wait, what was it? 1,000 rubles? 150,000
rubles.
How much USD?
1,000, which is like maybe 200.
So maybe they're comparable.
Yeah. Anyway.
I just remember you started back in the day with 100,000 rubles, $100,000, and it's like there's not enough items in the universe to spend the dollars and euros you get.
Now, the entrepreneur born in heaven, this achievement was patched day one, but I'm going to tell you what it was on day one. It was take street tax and at some point have 1 billion rubles, 10 million euros, and 10 million USD to get the achievement.
I've never had more than like 35 million rubles, like maybe. No, granted, different world, different time.
They patched it. It's now have 500 million rubles, 1 million euro, and 1 million USD, which is still an insane amount of money. But the difference between 10 million
So-
USD and 1 million USD, like, is insane. But yeah, so
Bro.
that's the circumcise yourself one, because you have to take that thing and then just grind money like nobody's business.
Bro, I have on record now, a lot of this is like leaving the game overnight, okay? But according to Steam, I have the bragging rights because I can screenshot it and it's real, to 1,900 hours of Power Washing Simulator 2 gameplay. I have gotten 61% of the achievements. I'm like, sorry, like what?
Yeah.
What have I? Well, now I need, like, there's no chance like I'm not gonna 100% this, right? Like, let's look. Complete this. Wait, what have I not gotten? How do I look at what I haven't gotten? I haven't rolled a soccer ball down the slide in the gas station job. never would have thought to do that. Instantly doing that, easy fucking peasy. But what haven't I gotten? I don't even know. Like, how do you even clean all? Okay, this is just, it's so specific, dude. I need to go to this one particular power washing job and clean the 3 doors before the other like 95 things.
See, like, that's the kind of shit where it's like, why?
So you need to be an achievement hunter to just like have a checklist. Complete any job using the UrbanX double turbo nozzle. See, now here's where it gets to like the fictional rules of the complete any job. So like I can just do it with the Trident, the good thing, the whole way until 99%, and then use the shitty one. Technically, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be like I'm not gonna get the achievement because what it requires is using the fucking this one particular thing. But what happens if I accidentally scroll wheel and I change the nozzle? Does that void it, or do I have to then spray it? Does that void it, or if I spray it and then clean some dirt with it, does that count? I don't know. Like, these are the things that like I can't be an achievement hunter for these kinds of rules.
I have no idea. If you had to guess, so yeah, achievement. Well, I don't really care. But I've been enjoying seasonal. We're doing the thing. We're grinding. I've hit max traders. I might go for Kappa because it's actually doable now. And I'm basically just buying time until WARDOGS comes out, right? If you had to guess, based on nothing, right? Who the fuck knows anything at any point at any time? But Nikita tweeted the breakdown. If of 100% of the players playing Escape from Tarkov, as a percentage, how many of them do you think are playing PvE? How many of them are playing PvP main character that doesn't wipe? And how many of them are playing the PvP seasonal mode?
10-10-80.
Which one's the 80?
Seasonal.
Seasonal? Okay. 55% of players are playing the seasonal character. 55. 38% of players are playing PvE.
You fucking cowards.
And
you fucking pansy bitches.
And he's joking by the way, 7% of the players are playing regular PvP. Like the non-wipeable character.
You're not pansies. You're just like, you click the wrong thing. You click the wrong menu. You click the wrong, like by accident, you click the wrong. Like, I don't blame you if you're playing like non-ladder Diablo 2. I don't blame you because like, I don't know, what's the difference? I don't know. You just click one, right? It's on top. You're playing the wrong one.
The shitstorm in the comments section is going to be great. I just found that interesting that like, I expected most people to be playing seasonal over the PvP mode, but the fact that it still retained 40% of the entire player base is still playing PvE. I was like, damn.
Dude, bro, that's the kind of thing, like, Nikita tweeting that, and this right now is the whiskey talking, is the equivalent of like you're with your boys, right? You're drinking like White Claws or whatever, and you're like, so I let like a bunch of dudes from Craigslist fuck my wife, and like I don't know, I feel like I kind of regret it. Your boys were like, what the fuck, dog?
Totally.
Why would you admit that? Why would you admit that? That's not a W. Like, that's the kind of thing, like, he's Russian. He understands controlling information. Why would he admit that?
I think at one point it really bothered him. I don't think it does anymore. I think he got to the point where
let anybody fuck my wife. I don't give shit.
I think it got to the point where he was like, if that 40% of people were going to be not playing the game, not buying the battle pass, not buying the tar coins, not buying the cosmetics, then he wants them playing PvE. Now, once again, I will go on record saying I have never been, nor am I currently, a PvE hater. I don't fucking care. Like, if that's how you want to play the game, that's totally fine. But I'm just saying it's fascinating to see, like, this is what, like, somebody asked me that, like, how many people you think are playing regular? And before Nikita tweeted this, and I was like, I don't know. The only thing I know is every time I think I know, I get it wrong. Because when PvE came out, I thought that maybe 10% of the player base would care. And then Nikita told us at TwitchCon that at that time, more people were playing PvE than the main game before seasonal came out. It was like 70-30 split. And I was like, oh,
so people were fucking his wife back then and I didn't even know?
Yeah. So it's like, so it's like I'm always off by orders of magnitude, so I really don't know. So I just found it interesting.
I should have went with not my gut.
That people were that it still had so much a hold even through season. Like, I do think some people that play PvE stop by for the season and stuff like that, but I was like, oh damn. And then only 7% on the main lobby. So that confirms what we're saying, where when you do your subathon, if you want empty lobbies, if you want like to run into 1 or 2 people per raid, main character is the play, because
no, that's cuck shit.
That's cuck shit right there.
No, if I'm gonna go back into it,
you're gonna go into the fire.
I've never been. Come on, if you know me, you know I will stick a hot poker in my eye before I'll give anyone any reason to say that I didn't, do whatever the thing is that I'm trying to say that I can't articulate at the moment.
They did a TarkovTV live the other day, and we definitely don't have to go through the whole shtick, right? But I'm gonna try to say one line Nikita said at the cadence he said it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna do the accent. We've been thinking about doing a thing. We've been talking about it internally. We don't know. We don't want to know what you think. We've been thinking about selling rubles for money in PvE. It was exactly that.
You fucking asshole.
That is exactly how he said it. I went, and then he was like, in PvE only. And I was like, oh my God.
Someone smashed my camera, bro. That would have been just like.
That is exactly what he put, a pause, selling rubles for money in PvE only. And I was like, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the most pregnant pause ever.
I don't really remember why. Like, some of the PvE players were saying like the market's so whatever. I don't care. Once again, I don't care to get into the.
Oh, there's a global economy in PvE.
Yeah, there's a flea market.
So dumb.
You
dude.
buy and sell to everybody else who's playing PvE. Well, PvE is like you can play with your friends in PvE.
Yeah, but
so the fact that the fact that there's a market makes sense to me.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Fuck.
I thought it was for tar coins. Yes, it's selling rubles for tar coins, which you buy with real money.
That's just like buying gems for your. You
can find tar coins in raid, but you find them in stacks of 6.
Bro, it's gonna be if they do this. Oh God, I'm gonna prediction. Okay. This is going to be 6 months from now when we find out that this happens. I'm going to be like, didn't I make a you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to remember that it was episode like 119
342.
I don't know. Oh my God, really? It's going to be maximally AIDS. It's going to be $9.99 for 3 blue gems, okay?
Yeah.
You can buy 1 kit for 5 blue gems.
Yeah.
But it's 2 blue gems for ammo for the kit.
Yeah.
So you got to buy like 2.5 of the fucking like 5 gem. You get 1 free packs, but then you end up with like 1 gem and some change.
Yeah.
That you then need to like buy another 4-pack later on so that you can have, because you have ammo, but
That's exactly how it works. I think
it's going to be so AIDS.
I do think that like I do think if they end up selling money in PvE, like, you might think this is unfair. That's totally fine. In my head, a clock has started. It is only a matter of time until it comes to PvP. Like, I think if it ever gets there, if they ever sell rubles for money in PvE, I think they're just soft launching that for PvP, and then that's when, I don't know. It's just.
And all those people who already bought the game and paid in full and don't pay a monthly fee are going to stop playing. Oh, darn.
Yeah. It's the whales, right? The whales always keep it afloat.
What's the downside?
Are you steel manning the argument that they should sell money for rubles? Rubles for money? Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
If
we don't have enough time.
If I'm the worst of all, if I'm a Russian capitalist, don't get me started. It's the worst of all worlds. It's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst of all worlds.
Don't think about that. Don't think about that for too long.
But
okay,
it's not necessarily guaranteed to happen. But I do think if it comes to PvE mode, it's coming. Damn. I'm trying to think if they said anything else that's worth talking about. Not really. They're finally adding mag packing animations. You're going to be able to heal other people. Zombies are coming back.
Wait a minute. I'm just trying to think if this is a mechanically different thing, but like imagine, so they had mag packing animations, which means like you can which means you just don't have a HUD while you're, but then like, hey bro, I'll pack my mag, you heal me up
100%.
And then like we'll switch off.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, I'm totally gonna get Villian to heal me while I'm packing my bags.
Okay, it's a completely unrelated sort of side comment, but I did just watch Brokeback Mountain.
Not related at all.
Unrelated.
There's some campsites.
Unrelated to you heal me while I pack my mag, and then we'll switch off and I'll reciprocate.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
there's yeah.
Dude, the only other thing that's worth mentioning, only because like there's like, I mean, most of the Tarkov things I mention on the podcast, knowing there's like a 0% chance you're like interested or exciting. I still play Tarkov.
I'm totally interested in the most cynical way
there's
possible,
like
which is more interested than being genuinely interested in things.
There's like a 1, maybe a 0.5% chance you're genuinely interested in this. Okay, so in Arena, which I know is not starting off strong, but in Arena, Blast Gang, which is the Counter-Strike-esque mode where it's like 5v5, 1 life, plant the bomb, defuse the bomb. That was like I don't know if you ever played it. You played a lot of Arena when it first came out. I wouldn't say a lot, but like, you know what I mean?
What was Arena? Oh, I guess it was just kind of death match with rounds.
There was Team Fight, which is 1 life, but it is just deathmatch and it's rounds. Then there was...
Okay, that's what I played.
Free for all. And then, Anyway, so I don't know that you played. They added Blast Gang, which is that, but with a bomb and A site, B site on each map.
Hell no, not in Tarkov.
Then
Hell no.
they're adding, and they showed it. They're
no.
turning that into Counter-Strike. So they're adding a buy phase and an in-game economy. So you like start with pistols, and depending on how many kills you get, you have money, and then you can like buy an Alton for like round 4 if you save up the money. Or the sniper, like it's not the op, but like the sniper, you know what I mean? So it's like they are genuinely turning it into like a Counter-Strike round-based, buy phase, economy-based.
Do they still think that this could be fucking esport ready?
I don't know. They haven't said esport in forever. I remember at the beginning before they were they did that big marketing push with an esports team. They've really distanced themselves from that. I genuinely think this is more just to try and make it more fun and more familiar, which I don't know. Obviously the only time I've ever played Counter-Strike was with you for the Patreon, so I'm not a huge Counter-Strike head, but people were pretty excited about it.
I mean, what it needs to be playable is the ability to bind purchases to hotkeys. Bro, the moment I was able to, now granted in Counter-Strike, now maybe it's different with CS2, but with Counter-Strike, you need like a fucking config file or a bunch of console commands where you have to like CL_bind, num_5 equals AK per, but so, because you don't have a ton of time in between rounds and you don't want to be like click. It was just so much better to be like 5 4 1 7 9 and just like you could buy whatever you needed. They need something like that. That needs to be like default from day one
for sure.
Because like,
but yeah, that was like, I was like, oh damn.
They added a wheel. No, you don't need a wheel. No wheel. Fucking wheel.
And then at some point in October, they're making the merge to Unity 6 and working towards the huge graphical overhaul.
Can they make up their minds? It was like Unity 2019, Unity 2020, Unity 5, Unity 2027, Unity 6.
I mean, I have no idea what the hell's going on with Unity's naming schemes, but as I understand it, Unity 6 is the most recent version. So like they're leapfrogging, because they were always like multiple years behind. Like in 2024, we upgraded to Unity 2019, right? Like, but they're leapfrogging to Unity 6 is the most recent version of Unity.
Imagine if you heard like, hey, they just announced Madden 5.
Yeah.
You'd be like, there's been 54 Maddens.
Yeah.
What's the 5? But I guess they also sort of did that with something. I don't know why Game of Thrones is coming to mind, because it wasn't Game of Thrones.
2 Unity, 2 6, 2 Unity, 2 Furious.
Maybe it was COD. I don't know. I feel like there was something.
Yeah,
that had,
they
like,
did that.
years.
They did Call of Duty. There's Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. There's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, and then they did Then there was Modern Warfare 2, and then there was a new Modern Warfare 2. There's 2 of each of the games. There's 2 Call of Duty Modern Warfares, and there's 2 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2s.
Oh, yeah. That's honestly what you just described is how I feel about every Marvel movie ever made.
Fair.
Like, this is Avengers Endgame 4, but it's like the prequel that came out before the one with like Tobey Maguire.
Avengers
like
Doomsday. Yeah.
And then when I buy it on Amazon, I realized it was the one in 1976. What's going on? What am I looking at? I'm confused. Oh, you need to click on the remake unadulterated version.
Unadulterated version, not unrated, unadulterated.
You're supposed to be watching the DC Superman.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't actually know if I was trying to be like ironical.
I know, I could tell.
And I don't know if DC's Superman or not.
DC is Superman, so it made the joke not land, because what you were trying to say is you need to watch the Marvel Superman, but you accidentally got it right. Fake nerd! Burn him at the stake!
Bro, my reaction channel where I start off with reacting to Marvel, like the whole Marvel
the whole
universe,
MCU,
is either going to get 11 views or 11 million. There's literally no in between.
I agree. I agree.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Well, that is the stuff for this week. LARP. Thank you guys for hanging. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. As always, if you want more content like this, you can go to patreon.com/thepodcastpod. Get early ad-free access to these episodes and additional episodes we do every week. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for enjoying the conversations. And we will definitely see y'all on the next one.
Cheers.